Okay, I wanted to make a video about silver, but before I begin, let me just say that if you're one of these guys, these trolls that go around looking for videos just to leave a negative comment, well then, get a life, man. I don't go around looking for videos about the Queen being alien or something. You know, some reptilian creature in disguise, or these elites that are aliens or something. I don't believe in that crap. Therefore, I don't waste my time looking for those videos to leave negative comments. I've got better things to do with my time. Right? So, you know, what are you doing here if that's you? Get a life, man. That's pretty bad. That's all. You have nothing better to do. And if if you're here because you're worried about it, you know, you're trying to convince you or me. So if you believe in this, I'm going to go over some important points on why I recommend silver over other metals. And if you don't believe in this, well then go watch videos of cats playing piano or something. Okay, so in my opinion, of all the metals out there, silver seems to have the most upside potential. No matter how much silver you have, you can always use more. It's like saying how much money is enough to fall back on for a nest egg or in your bank account. Right? The more the better, in my opinion. I believe gold, silver, platinum, copper will all increase in value big time as the dollar loses value, but I think silver will make the biggest gains. And for a couple of reasons. Right? Let's look at the historic silver to gold ratio. Historically, the ratio is about 20 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold. But today, silver is about 15 bucks an ounce, and gold is about 1,200 an ounce. So that's 80 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold, when the historic ratio is 20 to 1. Right? That's one reason I believe silver is way, way undervalued. Another reason is because, and you should look this up, don't just take my word for it, there is more above ground gold than silver. Because we use silver and we don't recycle it. And we store gold. Silver is in every electronic device man has ever made. We use it in solar panels, water filters, of course, jewelry, rechargeable batteries, and even for medical purposes. Silver has antimicrobial, antiparasitic, anti-pathogenic properties, right? Like MRSA, I believe it's called. You know, that stuff is highly resistant to drugs. What's one of the things they do to combat that stuff? Silver, right? Because it's medical properties. Copper and gold have similar properties, but silver seems to be the most cost effective. And like I say, there's more above ground gold than silver, so that's the better way to invest. It's becoming harder to find. It has thousands of uses. Right? Go to a bullion site and call and ask what the wait time is. My brother had to wait 3 months for 100 ounces of silver. And he purchased from Northwest Territorial Mint. Right? And I understand that what I understand is the largest private mint in the U.S. And they were backlogged months because there's 100 times more paper silver traded on the COMEX every day than actually exists. So when people understand this, the silver price should skyrocket. Imagine this limited amount of silver and all this paper money out there. All that paper money has to land on this silver. So, well, you can imagine how that divides up. I believe silver would go up so much. I believe in it so much. That's why I recommend, people put copper pennies and nickels aside. I think that trying to buy eggs and bread would be like trying to go to the store and buy eggs and bread with a 10th ounce of gold or something. Of course, there's people out there, you can just simply cut up the coin. Yeah, try to cut up a dime, And, what can go wrong with that? Right? Either you cut it ahead of time, or you try to cut it out there. Let me hold this coin and get this thing that can shred a coin in half, you know, what's the worst that could happen? Or you can have a couple copper pennies and, you know, nickels or something for small transactions. You know, for those of y'all that do have a bunch of copper pennies, I would sell that, man. Keep some, maybe $100 face value in all the wheat pennies you have. But I think you could, there's a lot more growth potential in silver than the other metals, right? There's much, much more room for growth potential there. Again, look up the points I laid out for you. Verify what I'm saying before you make any, you know, decision with your money. You know, check out the copper and nickel videos I did as well. But like I say, number one, the silver gold ratio, the amount of paper silver in regards to physical silver, and the above ground silver to above ground gold. Look up those 3 points. And you tell me that's not money to be made there. Anyway, again, verify what I'm saying, and hopefully this helps out. Because me, I did a lot of research on that. You know, I've been doing this for a long time, and I don't think you have a long time to go before these prices start increasing. And if it does go down, I think it'd be short term. I don't care. I'm not selling that stuff. Look at Japan and the euro. I mean, the yen. I mean, and the euro. Negative interest rates. You lose money for holding it in the bank, right? I'd rather have it in something physical, not something that's going to be put aside and be depleted. I'm never going to sell that. Anyway, look into what I said. Hopefully this helps you guys out. Y'all have a good one.